Hey, Jamie Stenhouse here, currently in Melbourne, and I want to share the truth about using your hobbies and your passions to earn an income. So this is quite an interesting topic and could be somewhat controversial depending on how you look at it. If you know my history, you know that I have had a design agency, I've had a clothing company, and I still operate my entrepreneurial training brand. And a lot of those projects and companies that I've been a part of and clients that I've worked with have obviously involved my passions and my hobbies as well as my skill set. So they have been quite easy projects for me to launch out and very enjoyable projects to launch out as well. However, when it comes to pursuing your passion or using your hobbies to create a company or using your hobbies for your income stream, it can be a very dangerous game, and here's what I mean. So when you have a hobby or you have a passion you like to pursue, you usually pursue it in your own free time and you don't get paid to pursue it. Usually you simply pursue your hobbies or your passion because you enjoy them. And the moment you attach a income to those hobbies or those passions, they begin to shift slightly. Not for all people. I myself haven't seen this in my own passions or hobbies just yet, but I've seen it with clients and I've seen it with friends. And that as soon as you get paid for your hobbies, or as soon as you have to do your hobbies or your passions to earn your income, you begin not enjoying them as much. They begin feeling like a chore rather than something you do in your free time or something you do as a creative outlet. When you're forced and when you are dependent on your hobbies and your passions to earn an income, you can kind of destroy the passion in it. You can kind of destroy the emotional connection you have to that, whatever it may be. So one tip I have for avoiding that is to ensure you have creative contrast. So if you are pursuing your passion or your hobby for a income, ensure you do have other passions and other hobbies that you are also doing outside of that income driven passion and hobby that give you creative contrast, that give you something whereby yes, you're doing your core passion or your core hobby for income, but you also have other projects that are not linked to income that allow you to actively create without being dependent on the outcome. Because once you have a hobby or a passion whereby you're earning a certain amount for it, you then begin doing it for the audience rather than yourself. So if that's a path you want to take, then ensure you've got other creative projects, passions or hobbies that you do for yourself, not for the audience, and that are not linked to a transactional experience. So those are my views on how to use or how to approach your hobbies and your passions to earn an income. So just to recap, the moment you begin doing your passions or your hobbies for an audience, you kind of lose the opportunity to do it for yourself because there's an outcome attached to it. You're doing it for an audience, you're doing it for the client, or you're doing it for your customers in most cases. You're doing it for feedback that will be provided to you in the form of a transaction, usually cash or an income stream. So it's important to have that other creative contrast, something else you can do outside of your core hobby or your core passion that now has become your income stream, something that still gives you ultimate creative freedom, just like when you first discovered this passion or this hobby that you're now hopefully doing as an income stream. And while I'm a strong believer in doing work that you enjoy, you don't just want to have that. You don't just want to have your only passion and only hobby connected to your income, because if that falls through or if you're forced to do it every day, you're going to end up not enjoying it as much as to when you're doing it for yourself rather than a income. So ensure you have that creative contrast if you want to pursue your passions and your hobbies to make an income, and you'll find that you won't ever lose your flair for it because of that creative contrast, and you end up appreciating it a lot more than if you haven't had that creative contrast with other passions and other hobbies in play as well. So those are my thoughts about using your passions and your hobbies for generating an income.